Hey everybody, welcome to another reviews. Today we're going to be checking out this fake back panel. Yes, I've already reviewed a fake back panel. This one's a little different. This one's from Code 11. The other one I had was from, I believe, Wosport. I have a suspicion this is also a Wosport. I can't be 100% certain, but it is different than the one I have. So we're going to look at this, we're going to talk about the differences, and we're going to see which one I think is better. So right away, the Code 11 has what looks to be fake Tegris, and my older Wosport has black plastic. So this is my older Wosport. This is just black thermoplastic, and this has what looks like Tegris. Now I'm going to spoil something for you. This is not Tegris. This is smooth. This smooth can be just like this. So I believe this is just a like screen printed Tegris look on the same exact plastic they use here. Inside of the back panel, it's a little different. They have a lighter pack cloth type material in this one. It's a little darker on this guy. Stitching looks about the same, maybe a little better on this one than this one. So if this is a Wosport, this is a newer iteration where they've learned some stuff and made it a little better. Now it says it has YKK zippers, so this one has YKK the Vislons, and this one does too, YKK Vislons. Tooth is about the same. Now this older one has slightly waxier looking 1-inch back here for the tabs. This looks just a little better. The coloration looks a little better. And then we have the actual banger pockets. So the banger pockets on this guy, almost identical, sewing and everything. It looks about the exact same. Except we just have this little black plastic where we got the fake Tegris here. And then our fake, oh, I put real S&S Precision on here. I forgot. But the fakes are more of a toad vine color. These are more of like a coyote. They are a little flimsier than the real ones. The real one's just a slight bit stiffer, not a crazy amount stiffer. The actual pocket itself here, we've got the same gross grain ribbon design here as here, and then I swapped out the cordage pull for a real ITW pull that you would see on like a real Ferro, and then we have the similar, if not exactly same, loop used on this section here and here. As far as the inside here, it is just an open pocket. I think we got the same thing going on here. Almost feels like this pocket is a little bigger on the older one than I have. Could be wrong though, could be identical. This feels dimensionally ever so slightly different. The Multicam Cordura on this older one, on these lids, looks better than this Multicam. So this Multicam Cordura is most definitely a little darker than this stuff here. Even in the lighter areas, it still just looks better. So this might be real Cordura. This is definitely not real Cordura, or real Multicam Cordura. The funnier part though is this like 2-inch looks way better on the new one than the old one. The old one is definitely this uglier 2-inch. This just looks a little better. It looks a little more like real Multicam. I know it isn't, but it just looks cleaner. It's got a better look to it. As far as the elastic, they're about the same. So many changes in that regard. So overall, I think the only reason I like this Code 11, maybe just a hair bit more than the one I have, is if it's on your rig, it looks the part a little more because of the fake, like screen printed Tegris. So you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Here, I just see these big black spots. It is just very noticeable that's not real. So you're like, oh, okay. So if you're that worried about the coloration, maybe err on the part of the Code 11 for the fact that it has the little Tegris look. If you really don't care, you can find these all over Amazon. Now, something I did change on mine, as you'll see here, this is the fake 1/8 inch shock cord. It's got this a bronzier look to it. So this is some real Coyote 1/8 I added myself because I hated the way the fake looked, and you can just see the difference in the coloration. This is more of a Coyote. It's more of this weird tannish bronze. So that's a change I would recommend if you wanted to go with these knockoff back panels. Get some cheap 1/8 inch shock cords, not very expensive. Neither are these real S&S pull tabs. I would highly recommend you get some real shock cord and the pull tabs, replace them, and replace the zipper pull, this ITW like I did. Makes it look a little cleaner, functions a little better, and it's just not as shiny. It's still a fake though at the end of the day, so it's whatever you want to do. Now, real question is, would this fake pair up with a real back panel? So this is my son's JPC 2.0 or 1.1.5, as I like to call it. We've modded it up to have 2.0 capabilities. And Where's that woe sport? Here's the woe sport. So this is a real Ferro hydro back panel. We'll see if this will hook up to it like the other one does. Okay, yeah. So far, so good. And it's looking pretty good so far, so I think we have no issues there. Yep. All right, yeah, it goes right on the real Ferro hydration panel back, so that's pretty cool. So that means it will work with Ferro zipper adapters like I have on this JPC. So if you wanted to get Ferro zip adapters, you could get them, throw them on a JPC like this, and then run it, and you'd be good to go. The Molly ones. So anyway, that is kind of all I got, guys. Code 11, back panel, Ferro repro back panel, low support Ferro repro back panel. Look very, very similar, if probably not the exact same manufacturer. If you are local to D14, come check out the bunker. You can grab this there. And while you're at it, you can also grab a replica FCPC V5 and have the whole kit and caboodle if you really wanted to. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Hope you got something else to do. As always, man, get out there, play some airsoft. LARP smarter, not harder. I'll see you on the field. Peace.